Bundesliga FC Koln vs SV Darmstadt 98 prediction, team news, lineups preview. The bottom two teams in the Bundesliga table lock horns on Saturday afternoon as 17th placed Koln play host to basement club SV Darmstadt 98 at RheinEnergieStadion. While the Lilies require a miracle to avoid an immediate demotion to the second tier, the Billy Goats are also running out of time to secure their top-flight status. Match preview. After claiming just their fourth Bundesliga victory of the season against VfL Bochum 2-1 at the beginning of this month, Koln were brought back down to earth when they suffered a 2-0 defeat at Bayern Munich last weekend. The Billy Goats held their own for much of the contest at the Allianz Arena, but goals in the final half-hour from Rafael Guerreiro and Thomas Müller eventually condemned them to their 15th league loss of the campaign. Only Saturday's opponents Darmstadt 19 have lost more in the German top flight this term. Timo Schulz's side recently slipped into the relegation zone following an upturn in form from Mainz 05, who have collected 10 points from their last 4 matches. Koln currently sits 17th in the table and 4 points behind Mainz in the relegation playoff position, while they are 5 points adrift of safety with only 5 games remaining. The odds are against Koln to avoid the drop, as only Eintracht Frankfurt in 2015-16 have ever closed a gap of at least 4 points to 16th place at this late stage in a Bundesliga season. Koln have struggled offensively throughout this season and have scored the fewest goals, 23 in the Bundesliga thus far, netting 13 goals in their last 13 matches since the turn of the year. However, the Billy Goats have found the net in each of their last 6 meetings with Darmstadt, including a 1-0 away win in December. Darmstadt are hanging on to their Bundesliga status by the finest of threads following a club record winless run of 22 Bundesliga matches. Only Tasmania Berlin 31 between 1965-66 and Schalke 0430 between 2019-2021 have endured longer streaks without a win in Bundesliga history. After suffering a heavy 4-0 away defeat to relegation rivals Mainz, the Lilies were beaten 1-0 at home to Freiburg last weekend courtesy of a first-half strike from Ritzedone. Torsten Lieberknecht, who recently amassed 100 games in charge of Darmstadt, has failed to steer his side off the foot of the Bundesliga table since early December, and they now sit 12 points behind 16th-placed Mainz as well as 13 points adrift of safety with only 5 games left to play. Darmstadt are aware that they will be relegated if they suffered defeat in Saturday's game against Koln, due to the fact that Mainz play host to the Billy Goats next week. The Lilies will also be relegated if they draw with Koln. Mainz beat Freiburg and Bochum avoid defeat to Wolfsburg. The prospect of success on Saturday is slim for Darmstadt, as they have never beaten Koln in 9 previous attempts as a Bundesliga club. They have only faced Bayern 10 on more occasions in the top flight without winning. However, Darmstadt did win 2-1 in their last visit to Koln as a second-tier side in April 2019. Team news. Koln trio Justin Deal muscle, Luca Killian knee and Davy Zelka metatarsal all remain in the treatment room with injuries, while Mark Uth, who has been sidelined since mid-December with a knee problem, will be assessed ahead of kickoff. Eric Martel is available to return from a 1-match suspension, and he is expected to be recalled in midfield at the expense of Jacob Steen Christensen. Linton Mena and Sargis Adamian could retain their places in attack, although Schultz may consider replacing the former with Luca Waldschmidt, who scored in Koln's last home game against Bochum. As for Darmstadt, they are having to cope without Marvin Mellem-Kauf, Fabian Nürnberger, Fraser Hornby both ankle, Fabian Holland knee and Braden Manu muscle due to injury, while backup goalkeeper Alexander Brunst muscle is doubtful. The absence of Holland is set to see Tobias Kemp move into a deeper midfield position alongside Klaus Jasula, while Julian Justvan could deputize in the number 10 role behind attackers Oscar Wilhelmsson and Tim Skark. FC Koln possible starting lineup: Schwab, Thielmann, Hubers, Chabot, Finkgrafe, Aladou, Martel, Jubisic, Keynes, Adamian, Waldschmidt. SV Darmstadt 98 possible starting lineup: Schuen, Riedel, Clara, Maglica, Bader, Kemp, Jasula, Carrick, Justvan, Skark, Wilhelmsen. We say, FC Koln 1-0 SV Darmstadt 98. There is little to separate these two out-of-form teams fighting for their lives ahead of Saturday's must-win contest. But the writing appears to be on the wall for Darmstadt, and we can see Koln claiming a slender victory to seal the visitors' fate. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.